All right, so if you've been following along in this build, you'll know that I've been keeping the engine kind of a secret in this truck. I feel as though it's something a little bit different than what you may have seen out on the internet and in different trucks that have been built. So with this particular build that we're working on, it's been definitely a challenge, hence the name in the build, challenge to build, to remain original. I started building this truck even long before I got my garage built. So watch the video clip. It was kind of tough to piece it together without giving you guys too many clues as to what is under the hood of this truck. So after you watch the slideshow of the build process up to this point here, I will show you guys what is under the hood. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned. So that kind of gives you a backstory on the build up until this point here. I'm not going to make you wait any longer than you already have. If you made it through the video to this point, I want to say thank you. And because of that, here is the motor that is powering the 1959 Chevy Viking that we call Towmater. So the engine I chose to power this beast is a Caterpillar 3116. It came out of a 1994 Bluebird school bus. I have a good friend of mine by the name of Aaron to thank for pushing me in the direction of a diesel. He persuaded me to start seriously considering a diesel swap for this truck because this truck, with the way it looked, was begging for a diesel. knew that I didn't want to do a Cummins swap, that those are mainstream. Cummins swaps is kind of like an LS swap in the diesel world. I couldn't afford a DuraMax GM for the GM truck, so I jumped on Craigslist, spent a lot of time searching on Craigslist, and I came across this motor. All that I knew was it fit the budget, it was a diesel, and it was big. It is a turbo. It is the 200 horsepower version. I want to say the torque specs on the motor are right around 550 torque, I believe. The motor alone is 1,500 pounds. I think the transmission's about another 500, so there's about 2,000 pounds of weight just up on this front end. So I had gotten a big solid front axle out of an F450. As far as cooling's concerned, I got the biggest bolt-in radiator I could find for the 55 through 59 Chevy trucks, and then I matched it with twin ProForm electric cooling fans that move approximately about 5,000 CFM. So all of the mounts, it's got solid mounts in the front. I did all the motor mounts, all the training mounts by myself. That is the beast that is going to power this truck. So I again want to say thank you to my buddy Aaron for kind of pushing me in this direction. He's a big factor in, you know, the overall outcome of the motor. And I'm sure you're going to want to know if it runs. You're just going to have to wait and find out. You're going to have to keep watching the build. Do me a favor, like the content, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with the build as I continue to drop videos. That about does it for me tonight. I think it's time to go eat dinner. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.